think it is. Welcome, everybody, to another live broadcast from Tulsa, Oklahoma, from my trailer. My name is Lasso, for those who don't know. Welcome to Lasso's Passions. This live is brought to you by my book. I wrote this book. It's a beautiful book. It's called Dialogues, Oklahoma Independent Cinema. You can find it on Amazon.com for $14.99 plus shipment. Get yourself a book about the independent film niche here going on in Tulsa that you may not be aware of. I interview 14 fantastic people who are in the biz: writers, producers, actors, newbies, experienced artists, all of that. It's a fun book, educational. I even interview he's a doctor in all things AI. He talks about the algorithm and that technology, and we kind of discuss how that's going to influence filmmaking in the years to come. So that's the book. Another thing I have going on is the Stay Gold Film Festival, which is taking submissions right now. You go to filmfreeway.com, you can submit your short film. I got to update it though, make sure everybody can do it. So that's that. The regular deadline is December 24th. After that, it'll be like late deadlines. But I think tomorrow I have to edit. I started editing the music video. The idea was to release it this month, but I think we're gonna release it in February. And the reason is to give us a little bit more time to edit it, but also to polish the song. I say we, but it's really the artist. I'm just editing it. But we're looking at editing some titles to the video, and the whole idea is to not have titles just sit there, like track with the footage. So I was actually working on that today. And as a practice, and it was I got a handle on it. It took me a minute to get back to it because I haven't done that kind of editing in such a long time. But a quick review online, a little help from ChatGPT, and I'm back on. It all comes back. It's like riding a bicycle. It's like riding a bicycle. So that music video, we're thinking it's not official yet, but we're thinking as a deadline to release it February 4th. So yeah, that'll be fun. Stray Kids, my feature film, which this year I won Best Actor and a few things. I won Best Marketing and all kinds of stuff. Along with that, I got this honorary award called Ambassador, India Tour Ambassador, which is kind of neat. So yeah, Stray Kids will be released on this channel. My latest feature film on this channel. It'll be released January 1st, 2026, the first day of the year. So I'm excited about that. It'll be free. It'll be free for anyone to watch. So with that said, I don't really have any other updates. Although the barbecue I had today was fantastic. Fantastic. I did a little short with some Creedence Clearwater music to it. Perfect combination of barbecue and music. Man, it was so good. We had ribs, some salmon on the barbecue, which is kind of an odd one to do, but I guess some people do it. We do it. What else? What else? We had that. We had sausages and even liver. You guys eat liver? Apparently, liver has really good nutrients. Lots of good nutrients for you. The kind of nutrients in there that really help your body out. They say that when your hair starts graying, like mine, you see how I have all these grays coming in? They say eating liver is good to reclaim your hair color back because of all the nutrients it has, the B12, the copper, and some other stuff that it's like supernatural, and it's like it really works with your body, not against your body, and so it naturally produces what it needs to produce, and bada bing, bada boom, you get your hair color back. Essentially, that's the theory. Also, quit smoking. I did that. I quit smoking because smoking will cause your hair to go gray. So, I did that. I quit smoking, eating liver, beef liver. Not too shabby. It's not too shabby. It's different. It's different. It's like it seems a little more rubbery, like a rubbery kind of, what do you call it? Not context, but the. I keep thinking context, but it's the what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out. What's the word? It's the not contrast, not contest. Contest. Where did that come from? The what's the word? Somebody comment below. Help me below. Help me out with the word here. It's gonna drive me mad if I can't figure out the word. It's the the how it feels. What's the word? It starts with a C. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out. I'm drowning. The texture. Is that the word I'm looking for? The texture of it's different, different feel. But it's not bad. It's pretty good, especially dipped in barbecue sauce. You can't beat that. Delicious. What else? People are loving the crush your goals little shorts that I do. I think that's hilarious. Although they're good messages. They're good messages. People are loving it. I actually looked on Amazon for more cards to buy to continue the process of like uploading these videos. So I found 2 decks of cards. They're pretty cheap. I mean, you can go and buy them yourself too. I found 2 that I like. One's like quotes, and the other one's just like positive messages. And I really like him. Jay in the house. We got Jay in the house. He's commenting below. He says, "Crush your goals." Typhon, your product place could really roll with that. Yeah, yeah. Product placement. Yeah, I could probably it's like once I get you know how YouTube works, it's like you get enough subscribers and watch time hours and views or whatever, it opens up more stuff to you. So if I get essentially 4,000 out watch time hours on my YouTube by folks, by great folks like you and everybody else, um, how hilarious. Typhoneer says you can choose between Orange Crush or Grape Crush, your goals. Making me thirsty. But yeah, I was looking on Amazon. I found 2 decks that I like. They're really cheap. They're like 13 bucks for a whole deck of cards that are just positive messages and quotes. So once I run out of these, I guess there's like 40 of these cards. So I'm going to continue with another deck and just keep that on a roll and see how it goes. But you're right. There's some interesting product placement that I could do. Like, let's say I get the 4,000 hour watch time hours that I need to open up some access by YouTube, and I can sell my own products. Well, what if I made my own crush your goal cards, or positive quotes? I can sell them on my channel. That'd be really cool. Technically, I could just cycle through them over and over, but what's the fun in that? I mean, it's already done. I guess I could, but I'd hate to repeat it, and just be kind of more about instead of just repeating it because the video's already done. The video's done. It's up. I don't want to repeat it. I want to add something new. Krishna in the house. You finally made it. What's up, Krishna? What's up, the OG of being on this channel? What's up, Krishna? Long time no see. Sometimes I don't do a lot of these lives, but recently I've been trying to do them, specifically for you. Specifically for you. But and everybody else, everybody comes on here. I like all the friends I'm making on here. Pretty cool. Um yes, sir. Typhoneer Wolf says it's too bad the cards don't function like tarot cards, where you can get different messages depending on the way the cards interact. You got me thinking. I do love watching some tarot cards. I really do. It's in a way it's like it's positive in its own way, right? It's like I know what you mean by that. It'd be interesting to do some kind of thing where it works out in that way. Today is my exam, says Krishna. Oh, whoa. Did you already do it or are you getting ready to do it? Did you study really hard for it? I feel like you've been studying for a while, haven't you? But yeah, people are liking those cards. I looked online to buy some more. I'm gonna buy some more. Very cool, Krishna. Very cool. Yeah. Well, you know, if you're about to take it, good luck. But if you already took it, let me know how it went. Let me know how it goes. Typhon Your Wolf says a fun family card game like New Year's resolutions. Oh, now you're rolling on some ideas. Yeah, for sure. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Sorry, I'm just doodling with my like pen over here. I don't know. But yeah, interesting stuff there. Yeah, the year's coming up. Everybody got their talking about New Year's resolutions. Everybody have their New Year's resolutions ready. I mean, I know we haven't done Christmas yet. We still have to do Christmas shopping. Who hasn't done Christmas shopping yet? I can make passing marks, says Krishna. I believe in you. I believe in you, Krishna. I know you'll pass. Get some passing marks. Yeah, I still have a little bit of Christmas shopping to do. I'll probably do that tomorrow. It's cutting it close. I've already done some, but I feel like I should do a little bit more. And then I'm gonna buy myself those cards online, and then they will be here before the year is up. Wrapping, yes, wrapping. I got some wrapping to do as well. I still have a couple of presents I need to wrap. I've already sent a present to a dear friend of mine who lives out in California. I got her a necklace. It's a cross. She's been through a lot. She was addicted to alcohol. She went to a place that helps out with that kind of thing. She's 90 days plus sober, no alcohol. She's been volunteering. She's been doing the whole like going to church thing, and has a job and this and that. So I got her a little present for doing such a good job. I got her a little cross necklace. She loved it. She already got it. So, you know, just one of those things where it's like, I don't know, just show support, show some love out there. Krishna says, I have nothing to do on Christmas or New Year. Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't really do much with that. I didn't have the Christmas spirit, I guess you could say. I was kind of a Grinch in the past. I didn't really Of course I didn't have much money. I couldn't buy presents. So I didn't really do much. All I did was just celebrate with the family, do the whole traditional thing. But New Year's, I don't even do much either. I don't really do anything. I don't go out to see fireworks or anything. I did it one time with some friends, but I don't really do that. I don't know. I don't really. Sometimes it just feels like another day. But there is something to marking, like marking the time that you've had. Like for me, it's a big deal this year. I really want to celebrate, primarily because I hit all my goals this year. All the goals I had for this year, got them done. Now I'm at the end of the year, wrapping up. I can kind of just relax a little bit and I really I'm thinking about the goals next year though. So not a whole lot of time to relax because I'm already thinking about the other goals and I have to get ready to start in January and February. Just boom, just running in. But essentially, yeah, New Year's for me is much. It's a lot more. It's more about the fact that I stuck to my New Year's resolution from the beginning of this year, actually accomplished my goals, my small ones and big ones, and I can, I just it's a I feel like celebrating, I really do. So I think I will go out this year, New Year's, and do a little celebration. I don't drink alcohol, so I'm not sure what it's gonna be. Probably just soda or something. I don't know. Some bubbly. Oh, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should drink only on New Year's. Because I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have a problem. I just don't drink. Maybe I should do champagne on New Year's. Bust out a little a little bubbly. Because I never drink. I don't drink. I don't do that. But maybe that's what I should do. Like every New Year's, I should go full out. Do a little bit of drinking, do a little smoking. But then that's it. That's the only day I give myself. Typhoneer says milk plus what is that? Veloce? Is that a brand of whiskey or something? Krishna says, "Don't drink beer," and he says, "Cheers, cheers, cheers, cheers." Maybe champagne is the way to go. They have non-alcoholic champagne, right? They have like the apple juice that's like similar. Typhoneer says, "If you do drink, make sure you pace yourself with a bottle of water each drink." Yeah, because I'm not a drinker. I probably have a sip and I'm like already, I'll be out of it already probably. Especially with like hard alcohol. No, but I think I'm gonna do the whole apple juice champagne thing. Have you seen those in grocery stores? They come in these like little champagne looking bottles. I think they have like grape flavor or cherry or something, but I know they have apple. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Get myself an apple juice drink that comes in a champagne bottle. Buy a couple of those. Walk around with them. It's not alcohol, right? There's no alcohol in them. I can walk around with apple juice. Typhoneer says, I don't even know how to say it. Velochette, Veloche is a fictional future drug from Clockwork Orange. We live in the dystopian future, and awesome movie, by the way. That's a Kubrick film, right? Where the Veloce, I don't, how do you say that? Veloce, and flying cars. Instead it's zombies, which who could have foreseen? Dun dun dun, right? Speaking of zombies, there's a new season coming up of The Walking Dead. I don't know if anyone's a big fan, like I am. I'm a huge fan of The Walking Dead, surprisingly, because I'm not big on TV shows. I'm more of a movie guy. And Walking Dead had its ups and downs. It wasn't like spectacular all the way through, but I love The Walking Dead, and there's the new season coming up for the New York version with those two. They get one actor and one actress that we all have come to love. Can't think of their names right now, but yeah, it's gonna be on Netflix. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Anytime I see anything, Krishna says, "Yeah, I do. I do. I love it. I know. I think we've talked a little bit about that. There's another show you like, right, Krishna? I think we talked about." Typhoneer says, I really loved it until they killed Carl. Dude, I know, but Carl, guess what? That happens in the graphic novel. That actually happens in the graphic novel, I think, right? Am I mistaken on that? No, they actually that does happen in the original. But yeah, that was intense. I was pissed. I mean, I get it. I saw that. I was like, how are you gonna kill fucking Carl, dude? He survived so much. He came so close to dying every turn, and then boom, he gets a machete to his head or a baseball bat, right? Just smashed in. That's insane, dude. That was a very insane moment in television history. But Typhoneer says if it did happen, it happened after it happened on the show. Maybe. I'll be curious to see because I'm pretty sure it's originally. I don't know how that works. If they made more graphic novels after the show, or the original Walking Dead, I'm pretty sure is based on on everything that was already there. But I could be wrong. I need to double check on that. Yeah, Better Call Saul. That's what you said, Krishna. Yeah. Oh, Dexter. That's the other one you said. Yeah. Haven't watched Dexter. I've seen like a couple of episodes, but I just couldn't really get into it. Personally, I'm sure it's a great show. There's a lot of shows I can't get into. I mean, Breaking Bad, I got into kind of by accident, just hanging out and watching it. But then I had to watch Better Call Saul. You watch Breaking Bad, it's like, I got to see what happens with this character. He was a good character in Breaking Bad. I think people really like that character and that actor. That actor is in a movie called Nobody, and I think there's a Nobody too. Those fight scenes in those movies are crazy. I haven't seen the movies, but I've seen the fight scenes on YouTube. They're pretty insane, pretty insane and fun, entertaining. Typhoneer Wolf says loosely based, especially in early seasons. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, the first like you said, a couple of seasons were right on point with the whole. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Later seasons realigned, but Kirk treated the show as his own editorial storytelling process, so he changed the story as opportunity occurred. Yeah, 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 yeah. Which I think was a lot of hardcore fans, right, got upset a little bit on that, right? They want it to be just like the graphic novel. But yeah, Carl getting baseball batted to the head was intense. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way he's gonna die right here." And then boom, it happens, and you're like, "Holy crap! Carl is dead." That was the most devastating thing to ever happen. Krishna says, "If you make more money and keep it so." Oh, better call Saul. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Right. Better call Saul. Yeah. Um, Anything? I'm excited for the Grand Theft Auto, the new game. I probably won't play it until it's out on PC, which will take another 2 years or something like that. I heard, but I'm still excited about it. I'm a big fan of the Grand Theft Auto video game series. I actually played with a friend the first ever Grand Theft Auto on PC, and you can play as multiplayer with like another big computer, and you get online, and it was all like flat and from the top view, and you go around and stealing cars, and the cops come. It was such a cheesy little game, and then to see it evolve to what it is today is pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Yeah, if I had a PS5, I can't afford that. You know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I could one day, but I don't know. I don't see the point in buying a PS5 because I don't play video games that much. And like I said, Grand Theft Auto is you can get it for PC, so I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting another couple of years until it's ready for PC. But in the meantime, I just stay busy. Krishna says I don't do that much because of the budget. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been applying for jobs, but still waiting to hear back. I've sent some. What do you call it? Some back like some emails after like a week. Typhon Wolf says, but they seem really afraid of people modding GTA 5 to have Vice City. Interesting. There's so many things that people do. It's crazy. I watch on YouTube sometimes, like people that do that kind of thing, the modding and whatnot. It's crazy. I seen one where they have the original, like you play as Superman or you play as Neo from the Matrix, and you got all the powers and everything. It's pretty insane what you can do. I don't even know how they do that. How do you do that? It's crazy to me. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, I enjoy that. It's funny. I'll watch YouTube every once in a while. I'll watch some stuff for entertainment. And I watch GTA videos. A lot of funny stuff. Typhoneer Wolf says Rockstar was completely changed by the profits from shark cards in GTA 5. They never expected it to be so successful. Interesting. Uh oh. Krishna's saying some satanic stuff. 6767. That's satanic, I heard. I heard it's satanic. Satanic. I don't know if it is or not, but I was scrolling through and I saw something about that being satanic. It doesn't mean anything. It literally doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it just things people say, like kids. Kids this generation, it's like a goofy thing. It doesn't mean anything. They're just like 6767. It's like, and if like some people go, like, what does it mean? What does it mean? And the fact that you don't know that it means nothing, it means that you're not part of the inside joke. You're not part of the cool kids who know what 6 7 means, which means nothing. But there were some parents and stuff out there saying there's actually a satanic tie to the whole 6 7 thing. I don't know if that makes any sense. I didn't watch that video. I didn't click on it. It could have just been clickbait, but it definitely spiked my interest in finding out more about it. 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Just things kids do. Typhon Earwolf says, Baba Booey. That's all it is. Yeah. What's that from? Baba Booey. What's that from? I feel like I know what the reference, but at the same time, like I can't think of it. Baba Booey. You know, my cousin he got an American girlfriend. Your cousin has an American girlfriend? Really? Like online or just like an actual American girlfriend? Like there in India. Online, I bet, right? Online. I have a few, what do you call them? I wouldn't call them my girlfriend, but I have a few like what do you call them? Uh shoot, I'm having lots of brain farts. Oh, hell no. Pen pals. You know, back in the day, I don't write to them like letters, but you know, we chat all the time. I got a ton of pen pals out in Australia, California. You know, I write to them every so often. They're cool. They're cool girls. I like talking to them. It's weird how I have to like. It's not weird because we live in the day of age of communicating with internet, and it only takes seconds, and like the person's right there in front of you, right? So it's just funny though that I communicate with girls that are in Australia and California, different states and stuff like that, and I don't even talk to anybody here, like in real life. That's probably sad. Probably sad business right there. I don't really go out much. Um, Typhoneer says he wouldn't dare these days. That's funny. Um, yeah, I don't really go out much. I don't. There's one place I go to because it's like my stomping grounds for all everything that I do. The Go Shows. Go Shows is a family-run movie theater. I'm really good friends with the owner, with the family. So you know, obviously, there's a lot of girls that go there and work there, but they're all like friends. I wouldn't even consider even dating them. You know, they're much younger too. They're like in high school, things like that. You know, so I wouldn't even dare. I wouldn't even cross. I wouldn't even dare to cross my mind for that. Keep it professional. See, yeah, exactly, exactly. Because that, you do something weird or creepy. Next thing you know, it's like I'm not welcome there, or people look at me funny. That's not even why I wouldn't do it. It's just ethical. It's just ethics, right? You got to have some ethics. But I do see a lot of creepy guys go in there and they're like balding. I'm pretty sure they're in their 50s and they love to hit on these girls. And I'm just sitting there going, man, have you no shame? Have you no shame? But I guess it's all in fun. It's not like a serious. People say flirting isn't anything, right? It's kind of but it's not anything serious, you know. Krishna says, in chat is cool, but in real life for me, fly out, peace. Frencher in the house. We got Frencher in the house, in the house. Jay says, I had to leave and just came back. Are we talking about dating? Kinda. Not really. I was talking about how inappropriate some people can be when they're older and like in their 50s and they hit on girls at workout places. Typhoneer says, to be fair, who doesn't love being praised? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know how it is though, when a girl works somewhere, they're a bartender or whatever, they have to be nice, right? But I think a lot of guys take it the wrong way. Like I have a friend, for example, who had the biggest crush on a bartender, right? That was like, I guess, nice to him. And he kind of became like enthralled with the idea of like asking her out. But it's been a decade and he keeps trying. And by this time, a decade later, the girl is like completely freaked out, because she wants nothing to do with him. But he doesn't understand, and so he tries, and I guess the girl is kind of like freaked out about it because it's like, man, it's been a decade, and I was nice to you like a couple of times a decade ago, and you still want to date me. That's very strange. You know what I'm saying? It's a very strange behavior. Typhoneer says to be yeah, you read that one. But anyways, yeah. And so I don't know. I guess I just had a little chat with him and said, like let it go. Like you don't even know this girl. You don't spend time with her. Like after a decade, how are you gonna still want to date someone when you don't even talk to them and they don't even want to talk to you? Like just let it go, move on, and let it happen naturally. Let it happen naturally. I even told him he's got a Christmas party coming up, and I was like, dude, you got a workplace Christmas party coming up. There's your opportunity to meet somebody, big time. That's where it happens sometimes at the workplace. Um, I've heard, anyways. I've heard. Krishna says, "How can I make a girlfriend? Can you teach me?" I'm not the guy to be teaching you because I've had girlfriends, but I've messed those up. But in all fairness, I'm looking for a wife at the end of the day. I'm not looking just for a girlfriend. So a lot of times these relationships end because the girl I'm dating isn't serious. So, and I'm not pushy about it. I just at the end of the day, it's like, well, I'm just wasting my time with you because you don't want to get to the point where you want to get married, or you're not even thinking about that, or you don't even want that. Do you even want that? So why would I spend time with somebody who doesn't even want that when I want that, right? So it's like, all right, it sucks, but I guess I got to free myself up for the right person to be in my life. Yeah, that's the thing. Jay nailed it. You got to have confidence. You got to know what you want. You got to have confidence. You got to be a friend, but don't not to the point where you put yourself in the friend zone. you know and I think when you lack confidence, that's when you put yourself in the friend zone. uh and you have to kind of lead. There's a dance that happens. You have to lead the dance. You can't the girl can't be leading the dance. You have to be leading the dance, right? But I think a lot of it just comes down to just being yourself, making them laugh. Can you have a good time with them without being a creep? Do you do it right? Like when you approach somebody, you don't want to straight up be a creep, right? You want to. There's a phase where you introduce yourselves, you're getting to know each other, and then there's a couple of dates. You go first date, second date, third date. The traditional thing to do is to go on like 3 dates before you make any kind of move. Um, you know, but that seems to be the way to go. But you don't want to immediately get in there. It could go well for you, but it could also go really wrong for you. Like my friend with the bartender who tried to go all in without even getting to know the girl, and the girl thought it was creepy, and then he hanged on for years, tried it again. That comes off really creepy, like stalkerish. You don't want to do that. Um, if what has Jay said? Yeah, if you can make them laugh, you can make the cut. Is that what you meant? And then fall in love with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You make the cut. Krishna says, "I'm happy with my money." That's one thing. I mean, if you find a girl who doesn't care that you're unemployed, you got a winner. You got a winner. But I think most girls feel like you should be employed and should be able to handle those kinds of things. If not, your chances of succeeding with a girl goes down tremendously. You know, in my opinion, I feel like that's about right. Um, but not necessarily true, because girls will date you even if you are struggling with money and stuff and whatnot. They will. You never know the circumstances. Sometimes you could end up being the, what do they call it, the person they bounce off from. So they break up with somebody who they were in a serious relationship for years. They go on a date with somebody to bounce back from being depressed or something, right? And then they break up with you because they realize, oh, I just dated you because I was really down in the dumps and I was willing to date anybody. So then they move on and try to find somebody better. So you don't want to be the bounce back guy unless you don't care about being used. But yeah, there's some territory there where you might end up getting used as the bounce back guy. Krishna says, the winner takes it all and the loser has to fall. Pretty much. There are winners, there are losers. Part of life, you know. Losers is more like you don't lose because the fact is you're learning something. So if you're learning something, technically you're not losing anything. You're just it's a lesson you learn in life. You learn things, you evolve, you move on, that kind of thing. ABBA. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking what was that from? I was like, what is that? I know that saying, that quote for something. Is it ABBA? Is it ABBA? Is that yeah, I think so, right? The winner takes it all and the losers. I got to listen to it. I got to write it down. I love ABBA. I'm a huge fan of ABBA. Their music is so poppy. It's so like it just gets you. It's like so excitable. You know, it's very cheerful music for its time. You know, it's perfect. ABBA is perfect. They sing in unison sometimes. You know, it's not just like one singer all the time. I like that. Very like disco party kind of music, but not necessarily like what is it? Bee Gees. The Bee Gees. They're very disco. Very disco. What kind of music? Yeah, let's go over music. What's got you enthralled right now? What kind of music are you listening to right now? What's your favorite artist right now? And there's a lot of people love rap. People are really into rap these days. Um, lately, what's that band called? I like Soft Play. You guys ever heard of Soft Play? That band Soft Play from the UK. Escape by Rupert Holmes. I'm gonna have to write that one down. I don't think I've heard that one. Escape. Maybe I have. I just don't recognize it because I'm really bad about names and stuff. Rupert Holmes. Wrote it down. Let me check it out. He wrote a book. I wrote a book. Check it out. I wrote a book. It's such a crazy thing to be like, I wrote a book. I put in the effort. I did the work. It's a weird feeling, but it's a good feeling. That was one of the goals. I have another goal to write another book this year. So that's gonna be fun. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Oh, it's a different one. I was thinking of somebody else. That's Tame Impala. I was thinking of Beck, right? I'm a loser, right? Isn't that what he sings? I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? Yeah, you're a big Tame Impala fan. That's right, Krishna. I saw that video that you mentioned before. That was pretty good. It inspired the music video that I made this year with the gimbal and like walking around downtown. So I was actually inspired by that video, the video you shared. So that's cool. That's cool. Um, but let's see, we're about 40 minutes in. Having a good time. Having a good time. I guess Sunday nights are not as popular as Saturday nights. I have to say, Saturday night has been. I don't do those very much. They were popping. A lot of people were stopping in. And sometimes on weekdays, when I do it on weekdays, sometimes they stop in. But I guess Sunday isn't the best one to do it. I'm still learning. I'm always learning. I'm always evolving when it comes to YouTube and figuring out what gets views and what doesn't, and what works, what doesn't. I'm still working at it. It's an ever evolving thing. And then when you stop, like you lose your momentum, you lose your feel. for it all, and it's like you have to start over. And since I'm starting over, I'm kind of getting back there though. Tame Impala, just let it happen, dude. Yeah. What's your music name? Well, the artist doesn't want me to. Well, my music name is Root Amps. Anything that I've done musically, I did it under the name Root Amps, and you can find that on my channel. It's very like just edgy garage rock, punkish, a little bit of surfy, just raw rock and roll. Just pretty raw rock and roll. But the music video is a whole different artist. I got to really enjoy being an actor in it because that's my jam these days. So I'm excited. I'm excited to release it. I'm excited to release the music video. Be next year. So I wanted to release it now in December, but it's okay. Sometimes things got to wait a little bit. You gotta have a little patience. Yeah, it's gonna be on this channel. Well, it might be this channel or a channel that's shared because these days on YouTube you can do collaborations where you share the content. So I'm not sure how that works. If it's like you see it on my channel and his channel, or it's on his channel and I get views from it. I have to look into it actually. I gotta ask around and figure that out. I would like for it to be on my channel, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not quite sure on that one. What's the result going to be on that? I got a feeling it'll get some views. At minimum, I think the video will probably get 1,000 views at minimum, is my guess. You know, but I would love for it to get like I don't know 100,000, 500,000 would be interesting if it got that much. Um, but you never know with these things. You really never know. You do your best. You really think about it, and you do your best as far as creating content that you think people are going to watch. There's a lot of different tactics and formats and this and that, and so it's difficult to really nail it. Recently, like starting last month and finishing this month, I read a book on going viral. Yeah, I would love. Yeah, I would love for 100K, 400K views on the music video would be a dream come true. As far as pushing myself, getting content out there, and getting views. Getting views is kind of difficult. It is. It really is. It's difficult, but at the same time, it can be easy. It just depends how it all works out. Yeah, 400K would be crazy, but I would love to hit that mark with it. I would really love to hit that mark. It's like a new benchmark for me to hit something like that with that many views. Stray Kids, my feature film. I mean, that's going to be a hit or miss. It could potentially get a lot of views. I have that one film called Hatch. It has 64,000 views, which is quite a bit for me. But something like Stray Kids, man, I don't know. It could be hit or miss. But I'm thinking if I'm lucky with Stray Kids, I might be able to get another 50,000 views out of Stray Kids potentially. I don't know. I'm gonna push it. I think I'm gonna push it. I've never pushed any content. Um, yeah, 800K is fine. Yeah, I agree. I've never pushed content, so I'm excited for the music video that's gonna get pushed. I'm excited for Stray Kids. I think I'm gonna push it a little bit and see how it does. I don't know. Let's see how it does. Let's see how much it opens up. I've done puppy videos. I've done puppy videos where I've gotten like on average 7,000, 5,000, 6,000 views on a puppy video, and those get me like 20 subscribers, like 300 likes. It's crazy. It's crazy what a puppy video can do. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, YouTube is a wild west. Jay said earlier that there's a live stream of a woman just sleeping, and there's like she gets a tons of views. So I don't know. It's like a matter of repetition. It's a matter of finding your niche, your little niche, and just sticking to it, and repeating that process over and over and over and over and over. And just really. allowing YouTube to figure out what it is you do, and so they can start kind of pushing it. It's not that they push it; it's like they allow. It's a weird structure because the more people like the video, the more it'll get seen. The way I look at it, I've never heard anyone talk about it this way, but here's the way I look at it. When there's a river and YouTube is the river, right? And when you're on the very edge of the river, like on the shoreline, there's not much current there, right? And so what happens is it's like you're a boat and you're on the shoreline and your video is the boat, and it either catches the river flow or it doesn't. And there's things that have to come into play that catch your boat, right, to make it go down the river. And those things are like likes, sharing, even how long people stay to watch. So there's something called the retention rate. And so the retention rate is how long your viewers stay to watch. And you have to hit in the analytics, you can check. It says if you hit 70% or above retention rate, that means the percentage of overall people that watch the video. If you have 1,000 people that watch your video and you're hitting 70% retention rate out of 1,000, your video is going to catch fire. It's gonna go get some speed and potentially ride the river. Now, if you have 500,000 viewers and your retention rate is, well, that's a lot. Let's bring it down a bit. You have 50,000 viewers, but your retention rate went down to 40 because you had so many viewers, but they weren't staying long, then that video is going to stop right about there. But let's say you have 50,000 views and your retention rate is still up, like 80%, 80% of people, 80% of 50,000 people stayed to watch the whole thing. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going to the thickest part of the river where it's got the most energy, right? And so that 50,000 becomes 100,000. And if you still are able to keep that retention rate to 80% or above, 70% or above, it'll keep going. It'll keep going. But more numbers come in, it makes it challenging, right? Because once more numbers come in, it depends. If less people watch, right, stay on for long, then it kills your retention rate. You got more people coming in, but it kills your retention rate. So you got more people coming in, more people coming in, but if they're not staying for a long time, it kills your retention rate and it kills the video. So the idea is to make a video where when somebody stops by and watches the video, they stay to watch the whole thing. And that process repeats over and over and over and over a million times. You get a million people who stop in to watch it and they watch the whole thing. Your retention rate is 100%. That means your video is going to go viral. Like 100% is going to go viral, you know? So it's interesting. My brother talked about how there's a woman who does a live feed of her sleeping. It's kind of freaky because she's getting a lot of views, which means there's a lot of people staying to watch her sleep. Maybe they're lonely. Who knows why they do it, but it appeals to them on some weird mental, psychological level, even probably in a weird sexual level, I'm sure. And so they watch the video. And so I'm sure the video of this woman sleeping gets a lot of views, because people stay to watch the whole thing. So Krishna says, yeah, it's happened in India. Krishna says, I'm going to be ready for my exam. Bye, brother. Love to see you. Or, yeah, 100%. You take care. Good luck on your exam. Study hard. My brother in India. Oh, you're not going to be ready? Man, try your best. Try your best. Try your best. Try your best. That's all. Just try your best. Try your best. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes here in a few days. But yeah, you are going to be ready. Well, good to hear. Good to hear. That's better. That's more like it. That's more like it. I don't miss those days of school and exams. I hated studying stuff I didn't care about. If it's stuff that I really cared about, then I studied 100%. All right, bye bye, brother. My brother in India. I love you right back at you, brother. I'll be talking to you soon. Good luck on the test. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, like for example, when you memorize lines for a play, like this year, I was in a play. I had to memorize 60 lines and a lot of movements and specific places and points that you have to be and reactions and this and that. The 60 lines is quite a bit. It's a lot for a play. And so I memorized memorizing 60 lines is a lot like studying for an exam. But here, the thing is, though, I'd much rather take the time and effort to study 60 lines than study for an exam. That doesn't do much for me. I'm sure getting good grades, all that, scholarships, but I didn't really care about college. I always knew I wanted to do stuff in the arts, like acting and filmmaking and arts and stuff. So I was just like, college, why spend the money? But anyways, I ended up going to college anyways. I did community college. My parents were like, you got to go to college, at least go to community college. I did community college for 10 years, got my associates, did a lot of acting during that time, a lot of filmmaking. And then my associate's credits transferred over to TU, University of Tulsa, which I continued my studies in film and art and theater. So, but I never really wanted to go. It was never my intention to go, and I didn't care for it. But I did it for my parents. They really wanted me to have a degree and do it, so I did it for them. But I could care less about it. um, but I guess now looking for a job though, at least I can say that I have that. I'm looking for a job now as a media coordinator. I have an amazing resume. I have my bachelor's degree, my associate. So at least I have that. You know, it's something to show forth. I guess you got something to show. But at the end of the day, I mean, people want to work with people that have experience under their belt. They're going to hire somebody with the most experience. In my head, I imagine that's how it goes. We're going to hire somebody with the most experience, unless there's some kind of connection, like, oh, we know somebody who is like friends of somebody, and we want to get them in. Sometimes that happens, but in most cases, I assume places that are hiring want to hire the person with the most experience. Unless they do an intern, which some places do that. They do internships. You know, but okay. So yeah, next week I'm gonna do movie reviews. I'm gonna do a movie review on Tuesday. It's gonna be over that movie series. All right. See you next time, Jay. Rodolfo's back in the house. You're still talking? Oh wow. Do you do you a trick or something? I don't know what that means. Do you a trick or something? Do a trick? I just flipped a pan. Uh, you're funny, dude. I gotta say, Rodolfo, out of everybody, you freaking crack me up. You crack me up, dude. You really do. Um, do a trick or something. That's gonna be a shirt. I'm writing that one down. I'm writing that one down. Do a trick or something. Oh man, that's a good one. I'm writing that one down. Hand magic is always popular. Oh yeah? Let's see. There's one I know. What about this? You ready? You ready for this one? Oh, split my finger with a fat end in half. That's the one you learn in what, first, second grade? the the finger trick, the old finger trick. You ready? You gotta do it again. I'm gonna do it again. You gotta get the right angle though. Here we go. Whoa. You gotta get the right angle or else doesn't look as good. Break it off. Look at that. This is bending my finger. Ah, cheap trick. That is creepy. Yeah, I agree with you. That's very creepy. It was looking creepy there for a second. My nerves can't take this. Another shirt. Another shirt idea right there. My nerves can't. It's gonna say on the bottom, quoted by Rodolfo. Rodolfo. How do you say your Rodolfo? Erdogan. It's gonna have your name on a little quote. You know. Nah, but it's a shirt idea. One of these days, I'll be able to sell merchandise on here, and I want to sell cool shirts quoted by cool people who visit my channel. Right? Wouldn't that be cool? Do shirts that are like commented by people on this channel. That's kind of cool. Sell mugs, sell T-shirts, stickers. That'd be cool. But yeah, I won't be talking for long because I usually do an hour long chat. You know, so I don't do these for very long. Good idea. I get the pass. As long as the idea passes Rodolfo, then we know it's good. So how you doing, Mr. Rodolfo? You doing all right? Did you have a good day? Are you buying presents for people? I still got to wrap up some presents, and I gotta buy some more presents tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna finish up buying presents. Do all that business, help the economy. You ate too much. Well, that's your own darn fault. I had a good meal. I had some barbecue, and I ate so much barbecue, I just passed out. I just, one of those. What do you call those? What do you call those? There's a term for those. Jonathan Woodring is back. How you doing? I'm actually about to end this live here in a bit. I'm gonna go to bed, watch a movie, watch Netflix. But yeah, I was talking about how you doing good. Good to hear. Good to hear. You done with your presents? You buy presents for everyone that you want to buy presents for? I still gotta do that. But no, I'm doing movie reviews. I'm sure y'all are aware. I'm doing movie reviews next week. I'm doing Wake. What's that? What's the title? Wake Up Dead Man by Knives Out, which is on Netflix right now. Uh, Fun movie, good movie. And then Friday, I'm gonna do Caught Stealing with that actor from who played Elvis. Jonathan says, "Yeah, but we are not allowed to open them on Christmas. When do you open them? Like after, like the night, the morning after, or how does that work for you guys?" Yeah, some people open them at night, right? Like Christmas Day at night, or some people wake up in the morning on Christmas and open the presents. Yeah, till Christmas. Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, some families do it different. Most movies show families opening presents the morning of Christmas, right? But like for us, it's been kind of sometimes in the morning, but sometimes we wait till like midnight on Christmas. I don't know why we do that. I don't know why we did that. um, I don't know why we did that. It's pretty obvious that it's Christmas, right? So you wake up to presents, you run in and you open the presents, right? That makes more sense. But see, in our family, we start adding presents underneath the Christmas tree, right? Like during the whole month. Like it's like the Christmas tree is up and we start adding presents. It's not like when we were kids, the Christmas tree is up, there's no presents until the day of, right? No, we don't really, I mean, we're all adults, we don't really do that anymore. We just pile the presents all week long. Just poof, 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 just keep piling up the presents. See, yeah. See, you do that too, huh? Yeah, we did the same thing for some weird reason, which is I don't understand. Jonathan says we open ours at 12 p.m. the night after Christmas. Yeah. So that's we do the same thing. I don't know why we do that because in all American movies it's like the morning of. As soon as it's Christmas, the morning of Christmas, all the kids, the family rush in to open the presents. But yeah, we did the same thing for the longest time. We wait till like midnight, to midnight the day of Christmas. But it's like I guess technically it's the next day. But yeah, I'm not sure why we do that, but that's how we did it. That was our tradition. But in my head, like how it is in the movies, it makes sense to wake up in the morning of Christmas, and you find all the presents, and you're like, open the presents, and you have all day to play with your toys. I don't know why, I just do. Yeah, we did the same thing. It's so weird. I don't know either. I don't know if it's like a religious thing with my family, or like I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you why we did it. Um, but anyways, it's been an hour, so I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call the live. End it around here. I want to go eat some dessert or something, lay in bed, be lazy, watch a movie. Sounds good, right? Okay. Goodbye, my friends. Uh, Hopefully next time I have something better to talk about. But it depends on you guys. You guys have to comment interesting things. See you later, Rodolfo. Good day, good night, Mr. Rodolfo. I'll see you soon. And everybody else who was on here, Jay, and everybody else. Krishna already left. I'm just giving out some shout outs to everybody that came in. Who was it? Yeah, Krishna, Rodolfo, Jonathan, Typhonier Wolf. You have a good one. You stopped in for a second. I appreciate it. Got some good convo. Frencher was in the house. Hope you have a good night. Who else was in the house? We had a comment. That's as far as it goes. As far as comments go, that was everybody. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, good night. Hope everybody has a good Christmas. I'm sure I'll go live before Christmas and do some more chit chats. And I'll be seeing you soon. I guess I'll do another live on Monday, maybe like Monday afternoon or something. So take care, everybody. Take care. This has been a live broadcast from Tulsa, Oklahoma, from my trailer. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace out. Peace out.